make a mistake or mechanical or technical error. That's not what it means. I really don't like to, when we think of perfection, we think of flawless, right? That is wrong. That is not what we're talking about. I'm not talking about you'll never stub your toe or you'll never trip or you'll never fall. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about Einstein's intelligence because Einstein was far from God. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about heart, love, your ability to love like God loves is what maturity is all about. It's the result that we grow free from sin. This is really what the meaning of to be fruitful is. Jesus said we have to become perfect. He didn't say it was an option. He said, therefore you shall be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. It was a command. But how is God perfect? Just look outside. Every single tree that you can see outside is made differently. Their fundamental makeup is the same, but none of them look exactly alike. You can identify oak trees from pine trees, but not every oak tree looks exactly the same. Understand? So when God's talking about perfection, He's not talking about an outwardly appearance. He's not talking about physical stuff. He's talking about something internal. Heart, spirit, love. So when a person is fruitful, they're fully mature as God sees it fit that they be. And that individual is a man and woman of perfect character. Mind and body one with God. And they become the mature character of heart. And they become one. That's very important. This is what a mature person looks like in our way of this illustrating. But I'll tell you, a mature person in God's eyes is someone who can love like God. And you can't love like God loves unless you know what God's love is like. Makes sense, right? How can you know what God's love is like? Because you are being loved by God. You can experience God's love. Because He loves you. In every way. So we become one, mind and body. James 1:22 says, but be doers of the word and not hearers of the word. Words and deeds. It's very important that when we be a person has that kind of character. Look at what it says in Matthew 7:21. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. What does that mean? A lot of people talk about the truth, but not many people are doing it. So it's a different thing. I was talking to some people, I don't want to get off on that, but the bottom line is this. You may think something, you may have thoughts that are maybe not in line. You are not a person the sum total of just what you're thinking. I much prefer someone who struggles maybe a little bit in their thinking and yet does what's right. Jesus was tempted. So was Father. But they did what was right. That's what a mature person's all about. So there are a whole bunch of examples here, which I feel like I've already. Father's already reported. That's what I'll do that. The perfect individual is one whom the mind and body are completely one through the eternal giving and receiving of love, having matured according to the form of love that God originally created. So this is a person who's become whose mind and body is united through the giving and receiving of love in accordance to the love that God, gave his original idea for them in creation. A person maturing through love is like a bud growing into fruit. If a person reaches the state of eternal mind and body unity, he or she can see and understand the whole world. There, all heaven and earth resonate. When our body resonates in perfect unity and perfect mind, we can connect to everything. Last one from Paul. Okay. We can ever hear the sound of the universe moving. In proportion to that sound, our laughter bursts forth and our joy explodes. When we arrive on that plane, we can connect infinitely that superlative power, the power of the ideal of creation. When our mind and body is one, we tap into the infinite power of God. And the infinite power of God, the most powerful thing that God is love. Jesus told that we should love God and love our neighbor as ourselves. You know what Jesus was responding to when he had asked that question? He was responding to a man who was thinking he was going to give him some kind of a tricky thing. So he asked him, what's the greatest commandment? He said, the greatest commandment is you should love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and you should love others, your neighbors as yourself. He said, there are two. Did you know that Jesus is basically quoting the Ten Commandments when he said there are two? These two. The first 5 of the Ten Commandments relate to our relationship with God. The second 5 relate to our relationship with human beings. These two. Sacrificial love is to give and forget how much one has given. God has been giving and sacrificing for humankind, then forgetting how much he gave, how much he sacrificed. This is why Jesus said, when you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Do you understand a quote like that, what that means? It's tough. It's a little tricky, right? It's kind of like a riddle. You should give privately like that. You shouldn't be boastful about your giving. You should be secretly giving. You should be giving because giving is good. And you should be giving with a cheerful heart. And don't let anything get in the way of it. So when you give alms are like an offering, or alms are like people would beg for money. When you're helping someone like this, you don't have to go out, hey, yeah, John's really good. Why? Because I give to the poor. You should give and forget that you gave, and give some more. That's what Father's talking about. That's how God gives. In us. If you give expecting something in return, you're not a real owner of love. If you give and how much you gave, you can be an essential person of love. Come on, that's beautiful, right? To take the path of love, you need to serve and sacrifice for others. Without serving and sacrificing, your love cannot grow. Although you may have a capacity to love that rate of 10, if you sacrifice and serve, that capacity can grow to 100 or 1,000, even 10,000. Exponential growth beyond comprehension if we give and love sacrificing with the right heart. And also, you become one with God, right? So what is this? Listen to what Jesus says. This. I and my Father are one. Do you not believe that I am in the Father and the Father in me? The words that I speak to you, I do not speak on my own authority, but the Father who dwells in me does the work. This is just plain and simple. So Jesus said that he was one with his Father. And this is what being a mature person is all about. Being one true with God. Listen to this. In John 14:20 it says, at that day you will know that I am in the Father and you in me and I in you. So now Jesus is talking to his people, his disciples, and he says, I'm in the Father, the Father's in me, and I am in you, and you are in me. Today, 2,000 years later, Christian people are going around saying, Jesus in me, love and Jesus in me. What would Jesus do? Jesus in me, God in me, identifying God in you. I'm telling you. Right? The divine. And we're not the only, Christians aren't the only people who think like that, actually. If you study Hinduism, they teach that every human being has a life within them, divine life, which is from God, only from God. So within you is this divine life, the light of God, the love of God. It's true. If we really believe that, every person you meet on the street that you're fundraising to, speak to that. Jacob told his brother Esau, when I see your face, I see the face of who? God. If we really see the divine in other people, man, that's a maturity, that it's a powerful thing. And then look at what the Bible says also. Do you not know that you are the temple of God and that it's the Spirit of God that dwells in you? It's so important that we understand. And it repeats itself over and over. Jesus quoted this scripture. When they were seeking to crucify Jesus, they were saying, you dare to call yourself a son of God? Who do you think you are? Blasphemy! Let's stone him right here on the spot. Here's Jesus' response. He quotes the scripture, Psalms 82, 6. I said, you are all gods. All of you, the children of God, of the Most High. Sons and daughters, it says, of the Most High. Your own scripture, he tells them, your own scripture says you're all gods. Yet you're going to crucify me for there, and I'm just saying I'm the Son. Is it not written in your law, I say you are all gods? If he calls them gods, then whom the word of God came, and the scripture cannot be broken. This is in John 10:34-35. So when we have this individual perfection, okay, where our mind and body is one, we become mature in character and heart like God, and we become one with God Himself. Our heart beats with God. We feel what God feels. We know God. You teach a whole principle from these 3 diagrams. Did you know that? Be fruitful. This is it. Hold on just a second. Hurry up. There we go. To multiply. This is actually what we're teaching ministers right now. So we want them to understand. So we teach it from a biblical perspective. I think it's very important. We're going to be studying the Bible a little bit today. I hope you like that. The second lesson we to multiply. God blessed them, and God said to them to multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. Genesis 1:28. So multiplying talks about a family, right? We'll become a family. That's what multiplying is all about. And God created in the pair system. We already talked about that a little bit, right? In the image of God, He created them, male and female. Genesis 1:27. Therefore, a man and a woman are to become together to complete. And when they come together, they complete